What up, Blair? In order for you to get good at meeting women, you're going to have to practice. But this is obvious, right? People sometimes don't understand what it takes to practice properly. When you practice, you need to view the world as a social experiment. This means that you will say and do things just to test if it works or not. The reason I'm explaining all this is because there are a lot of guys that go out there and make excuses as to why they don't approach a girl, or even why they shouldn't get a girl's number. A lot of times when you practice, you need to do things to get yourself in the habit. For this clip you're about to see, I didn't really want to talk to her because she spoke very little English and we didn't have much in common. But what's important here is that I still flex my social muscles and try to make the best of the situation. I still look for commonalities and practice my vibing skills. A lot of guys would leave this situation way earlier. But by doing this, you're doing yourself a disservice. With every single person you talk to, there's a lesson to be learned. Remember, the world is one huge social experiment. Excuse me. Sound really random, but you're really cute, and I had to stop and at least say hi. What is your name? I can't hear you, what? Jason. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
From Korea.
Korea. And are you here on vacation or?
Pending here.
Oh, you stay here?
Yeah.
What is this for? Oh, okay. Got it. So you just learning English, or did you learn English in Korea and you came out here?
English and music. This
Really?
is a music school.
Piano.
Yeah.
Knew it. So what is the song that you play the most? Like your favorite song?
Jazz or R&B.
Jazz and R&B on the piano?
Yeah.
Really? That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't even know that you can even do that. I'm really naive when it comes to music because I have no idea anything about music. My mom tried to get me to play piano when I was a kid and I cried. So I didn't want to do it anymore. So are you in town for long, or are you actually going back to Korea after you go to school?
I'm still thinking.
Still thinking? Oh, okay. How about this? If you're gonna be in town for wait, what are you doing actually? How about this? This isn't even better. What are you doing right now?
I have an appointment with my friends.
Oh really? Where at?
My church.
Oh, your church?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was gonna say we can go get a coffee like right now, and I can get to know you better. Do you have time?
Sorry, I'm waiting my friend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Alright, well, had to try. It was nice meeting you. She didn't speak English very well, and that's usually not my thing, but you know what, I shouldn't let that stop me because she was actually pretty damn cute. So I'm gonna go get her number.
Alright, let's go.
Actually, wait. Before I go and we never see each other again, let me at least get your number and then we'll talk some other time, yeah? Yeah? What is your number?
3.
Is that it? Do you remember my name?
Jason.
Yeah.
Are you living here?
Yeah, I live in actually. It's 10 minutes away. I just moved here like a month ago, so I don't even know exactly what goes on around here. But how long have you been living here for? How long have you lived here for?
How long?
Yeah. 6 months? Where's the best bar to go to?
Actually, I don't know.
Anything around here?
Yeah.
Where do you usually go to for fun? To like drink, party, karaoke? Never. We're gonna go karaoke together. There's a karaoke bar in Burbank, and it's actually really fun. Are you down?
I don't like.
You don't like singing?
Yeah.
What about we just hang out at one of the bars around here sometime? I'm free sometime this weekend, so how about I text you? Fair enough? Okay, well, it was very nice meeting you.
Bye.
All these people died right here?
Excuse me. Sound really random, but you're really cute, and I had to stop and at least say hi. What is your name? I can't hear you, what? Jason. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
From Korea.
Korea. And are you here on vacation or?
Pending here.
Oh, you stay here?
Yeah.
I could tell immediately that she could not speak English, but again, it's all about practicing. This is about building a habit, and the only way to build a habit is by repeating it over and over again. So when I meet a girl, I'm going to repeatedly do something until it becomes second nature. You'll notice that I hold her hand and don't let go for a long period of time. Even though I had a feeling that we weren't gonna click, I still always practice things like being physical. Notice how comfortable she is with me holding her hand. When you hold a girl's hand, never be the first one to pull away, because this is a good way of showing direct interest. So even if you open with an indirect comment, as long as you hold her hand there, she'll know what your intentions are.
This
Really?
is our music school.
Piano. Knew it. So what is the song that you play the most? Like your favorite song?
Jazz or R&B.
Jazz and R&B on the piano?
Yeah.
Really? That's hard, isn't it? Didn't even know that you can even do that. I'm really naive when it comes to music because I have no idea anything about music. My mom tried to get me to play piano when I was a kid, and I cried, so I didn't want to do it anymore. Here we talk about her love for music for a bit. And by we talk, I mean I talk to her while she politely nods her head. Her English isn't the greatest, but I don't let that faze me. I'm there talking to her for me, not for her. I'm there so I can hone my skills of blabbering absolute nonsense. And what better way to practice blabbering than on someone who doesn't really respond very much? Her lack of response is not going to stop me from talking to her. I know that if I continue talking, she'll at the very least listen. And that's good enough for me. How about this? This isn't even better. What are you doing right now?
I have an appointment with my friends.
Oh, really? Where at?
My church.
Oh, your church? Oh, because I was going to say we can go get a coffee like right now, and then I can get to know you better. Do you have time?
Sorry, I'm waiting my friend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Alright, well, had to try. It was nice meeting you. I ask her what she's doing right now. I try to take her on an instant date because I want to practice getting better at taking girls on instant dates. And I know the more girls I practice on, the more likely it's going to work with the girl that I'm interested in. The reason is simple. It's slowly becoming second nature. Because I've always practiced pushing for an instant date, the likelihood of me forgetting is now very low. I'm going to keep stressing this. Practicing and building habits means that you will always need to keep repeating things. She didn't speak English very well, and that's usually not my thing, but you know what, I shouldn't let that stop me because she was actually pretty damn cute. So I'm gonna go get her number.
All right, let's go.
Actually, wait. Before I go and we never see each other again, let me at least get your number and then we'll talk some other time, yeah? Yeah? What is your number?
3, 1,
I walk away here because we literally had nothing in common, and she again spoke very little English. Right as I did this, I realized my mistake. And that mistake is I didn't go for her number. Pickup is about habits. If you don't constantly cement certain things into your mind, such as getting the girl's number, then the likelihood that you'll forget or puss out when the time comes is much higher. I wasn't going to accept that, so I went back. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you make every effort you can to correct it. Now, the takeaway here isn't necessarily what I did, but rather the mindset of why I did it. This is such an important mindset for guys out there who are making excuses as to why they aren't doing certain things. There should be a few key things that you do every time you make a habit. For example, if you have trouble going for her number, you should be asking for it every time, even with fat, nasty monsters. Why? So you can cement it into your mind that you need to be doing this every time. If you have trouble making a girl laugh, then you should be practicing this on every girl, regardless of anything. That's how you get good. Now, realistically, if you and a girl aren't clicking, I'm not saying force yourself to talk to a girl for hours on end. The point I'm trying to make is if the girl isn't ideal, you should still be practicing what you can. I'm guessing you're subscribed to Project Go because you want to get better at talking to girls, or maybe even people in general. The only way you can do this is by practicing anytime you can and in any situation. This is the reason why I've been so successful with women. It's the reason I never run out of things to say. Because I've made things so second nature by repeated exposure, I always know exactly what to do. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next week.
What race are you guys?
Persian.
Persian. I think my parents would approve of Persians. Yeah.
What are you?
Can you guess?
Indian?
I don't know if Persians would approve of Indians, but I think Indians would approve of Persians. I think. I have to ask my mom later, but we'll see. What is your number?
310.
310.